We're in Norman's Cove, Newfoundland. It's a beautiful area. There's so much to see. There's whales and there's icebergs and the landscape, just the rugged landscape. It's beautiful. I was a kid and we finished high school and I didn't know what to do. I was confused like everybody else. I had an opportunity to go fishing and I loved it immediately because it was just raw. Well, I started with just hook and line. Basically, they call it hand line. You'd haul in one fish at a time and you could get up to a couple of £1,000 of fish per day. And I could bring in like 1,500 pounds for my own self. And it didn't seem to be a shortage. And that was the problem. I couldn't understand it and why the fishery closed. Of course, after it became clear that there was a major shortage in the cod. I met my wife when I was a fisherman, and the funny story is that when we got married, I told her, I said, you'll never have to work again. Here I was with a pair of rubber boots, and that was it. I didn't have much more, but I figured that we had it all. You weren't looking for much, you were just looking for a home for your family. And the collapse of the fishery in 1991, I was out in the cold. I had nowhere to go. I had a young family at the time and I had to bring home my wage. So we thought about it. I talked to my wife Alana about it and I looked at my kids and I said, goodbye fishery. I got to take a different road. Then I went into the formal education, the post-secondary system, and I went in for electronics. I was about 33 when I started again, so it was a difficult road for sure, because to walk in through the post-secondary doors at 33 years old or 34, I was just lucky that I had a family that supported me 100%. It was difficult because I didn't know where I was going with this, but I knew I had to go, and I knew I had to change, and I did. I could have went in many different directions, but I kind of focused on electronics and stayed there. And I'm kind of glad I did. Started off in sonar, and we were always developing new products. And then I actually got a job at the university, and that's where it really opened up for me because I had the opportunity to design different components. I just thought I was in heaven because I was just developing different ideas for science department, for kinetics, for the ocean science, and so on and so forth. It was just, it was like, I don't know, having fun every day for me. So here I was in my element, and then there was this addition to all of this. I had an opportunity to carry on my education, a formal education, something that I was always thinking about in the back of my mind. I started with my diploma in post-secondary and then I expanded on. I kept on going. I applied for my master's in education. I'm still in the process of doing the Bachelor of Technology degree. I was like addicted to learning. When everybody else is basically shutting off the throttles and shutting down the jets, I seem like I'm turning on the jets. The bike backhoe actually came out because of a need. Initially, I put the backhoe attachment onto a woods trailer, and it worked for me. Finally, I came out with this idea to make it portable. I put an ad in the classified, and it said something like, looking for ATV parts, rear end, chassis, front end, I really don't know, and that was on the thing. And I got a reply, believe it or not. So I ended up spending 2 days logging back and forth ATV parts, trike parts, rear ends, and I got it home and I started chopping. I'm always working on something. I'll probably have 3 and 4 projects all at the one time, and that's the way I operate. Normally, when I get up in the morning, I usually don't start till about 8 o'clock or so. My next door neighbors, they're kind of accustomed to me now, seeing me going with the grinder. I'm the type of guy that loves the challenge, to figure out something. And the more complicated it is, the more unique the project or the problem is, that's where I kick in. I just love life, and I love doing things. And if my mind is not active, I'm not crazy. I mean, I don't get up and just spin my wheels. I'm up and I'm thinking. As long as you use your mind and your hands, and that's what life is for me.